So I've kind of started to shy away from doing as many tire reviews because there's just so many tires, right? We kind of know what sort of compound each company's running now. And if you like the tire tread pattern, then you know whether the tire is going to be good for the most part. But these Louis tires, when I seen these, they just reminded me of the old Deepwoods so much I had to pick them up. Louis. Oh gosh. All right. What's going on, guys? Today I got a new set of tires. Gonna keep this very simple. These are the Louis 1.0s. I don't remember what these are called. The Champ. Yeah, so I love the old duratrax Deepwoods 1.9s. And those duratrax quit. I don't know if duratrax went out of business. If anybody knows, let me know. I know they quit making like the Deepwoods and stuff. And now it looks like Louis is making the Deepwoods, or Champs, as they call them. But they're very similar to Deepwoods, in my opinion. And so when I seen the 1.0s, I was like, I got to try those. And I'm probably going to pick up a set of the 1.9s because I have two Deepwoods. I ripped out like two of them. I have two that I don't have a pair to because you can't really get them anymore. So maybe we'll test those as well. But today we're going to play around with the 1.0s. I do have a new build here that we're not going to talk about details too much because I'm going to have a video on it. So you guys get to guess what it is. It's not real hard to see, right? With this clear body. Don't have the body cleaned up, painted, obviously. But this is all about the Louis tires. They felt pretty good. I mean, they're very sticky out of the pack. Foams actually felt pretty good. I think once they wear in, I'm really going to like the foams. And a lot of times here lately, I've been just running the stock foams. If they feel good, I go with it because these trucks are really not like the larger ones. They're not so heavy that you're losing a ton of steering most of the time with that fold. I mean, we do lose some, obviously, but to spend like $40 on inserts all the time for these tires is just, I can't do it all the time. It's just crazy. And I actually really like a foam better than a rubber or whatever insert because I just get all of that bounce and that sort of thing. So stock foams in here, I really wanted to see how they performed anyways. These wheels are vented, so as you can tell, it's got a nice squish to them. Let's go run them on the course, see how they do. So just couldn't handle that clear body for long. I found this old body laying around that actually fit on here pretty well. I thought the wheels and tires went with it pretty good. So tossed it on until I can get some paint on that body. Now these tires, I gotta say I'm actually pretty impressed with them. I wasn't expecting them to do great out here on the course just because I feel like they're gonna do better at the creek, in the loose rock and dirt and that sort of thing. That's where a tire like this, it's a little meatier with larger knobs on it, just seems to do a little better and doesn't always perform as well as some of the others on the course here. So I'm very curious to see how we handle this. I think the chassis is going to do just fine, but I'm not sure about these tires. These are really not the best tires for this at all. Man, look at that though. Once we catch, can't quite, maybe it's going to slow crawl it, is it? That's when you see one of these trucks just slow crawl up this, you know those tires are working. Because this is what a lot of tires do right here. But these are just a little too meaty for this, honestly. Most of the time you want something that's not quite as meaty as these. It'll go right up it, no problem if I just punch it. I was curious if we could slow crawl it. These cost me about $36 shipped from eBay. Now, I don't know if they're cheaper anywhere else, but that was one of the only places I could get them fairly quick. So in my opinion, they're slightly overpriced. I mean, that's about double what you can get a good Endura tire for. So I actually kind of plan to put these on my Ascent with the Yoda body or Endura R60 body that I did recently, because I just think these tires look cool. They're kind of like the Swamper. You know, I have the Swampers on that truck right now. They're not the best absolute tire, but I like the look of them mixed with the good performance. You know, it's not like you can just go climb everything, but they grip pretty dang good. And I think these are going to do really well, like I said, in the loose stuff. So I like the looks of these. You know, it's kind of hit or miss with some people. I got a buddy that hated the look of the deep woods, and I always just really liked them. And then I always loved the performance, hill climbing and that sort of thing. So these, they fit right in. I got to say, it's hard to believe this is my first pair of Louis tires.
It's another good climb right
And
here.
I'm actually pretty impressed with them. The compound seems great. They were crazy sticky when I took them out of the package. They still got a pretty good stick to them. And, I mean, they just feel good. They seem to work well. The foams, these are the stock foams in here, and I think they're a little bit firm. Like, they're actually a pretty good foam, and once they break in, they'll probably be about right. But at the moment, they're just a little bit stiff. I wasn't getting a ton of tire conforming on the rocks, so I may kind of cut them, trim them up a little bit. This thing, it's packing a little weight with the brass that's on it, so I'm thinking I'm going to trim those up a little bit. I may try it on the other, on the Ascent I was talking about and see how I like them on there. But overall, I was very impressed with these. Definitely enough that I'm going to. There's one other pair of Louis tires that I thought looked pretty cool, but I was going to wait to order those to make sure the compound was any count at all. And these are actually pretty impressive. So it's one of those, like I said, it's not going to be the greatest rock crawling tire ever, but the performance was better than I expected, honestly. So I'm pretty thrilled with these because I love the look of them. So I will definitely be running these quite a bit and maybe picking up another set. So just wanted to throw this quick review out there. Like I said, I don't do tire reviews and stuff much anymore just because there's so many out there and you kind of get bored with it. But I hadn't covered these at all, so I thought, let's check them out and see if they're any count. So got a full video coming up on this truck very soon, so definitely click the bell so you get notified for that. Subscribe, like, share the video, like. That helps out more than anything. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. Peace.
That right there is what I'm talking about. A lot of times with tires, if I make that in one swoop, I either got a really good axle like the ISOs that turn on a dime, or some really good tires that don't slide out at all there. That's where these tires will kind of struggle on this type of terrain, just because they are kind of meaty. Oh, what an idiot. We need a driver mod.